What's up everybody, it's Kalaveet, and today I'm bringing a pretty special set to you all. It's between SPFunkM and Jumpy 23. And this one is so special because Funk's actually a player for the team I had last season in Mushi League, the Psychic Guardians. And Jumpy was actually our coach. So yeah, you got a player versus coach match, and the manager is narrating it all. Isn't it poetic? But either way, there's gonna be some spilled blood, because one of my boys has to lose, right? Let's get into it. I'm expecting Jumpy to hard counter team special offense, by the way. Okay, we got Tita lead versus men's lead. Somehow we always get this lead during one of my narrations, so at this point you probably know that they sometimes both stay in, but sometimes they also switch out. Let's see. And Jumpy switches out. Both switch into Scam, which is a pretty decent switch turn 1. Some Menses do Fire Blast into Tyranitar turn 1 though. They are probably both just gonna get a spike up. Yep, no taunt in play here. And Mens comes back, so that's presumably a Mixed Mens if it switches into Skarmory. Yep, there's the Fire Blast. And now we're gonna have to see what Funk's answer to Mixed Mens is. Okay, and he just sends in Jolteon. Gets crit. That's quite tough, because Jumpy would have been forced to switch out there, because Funk could have had HPIs. Also threatened T-Wave. Seems like Funk's got a really frail team into Mixments though, if Jolteon is his answer. Gengar is a nice punish here. Can threaten a Willow if he has it. And Regice is a great Gengar answer too. Doesn't appreciate that Will-O-Wisp in the long game, but this one is probably going to be quite quick, because we got some Jolteon Spike Stack on Funk's side. And Regice is also seen on very offensive teams. So yeah, this one is probably gonna be a quick one. Is Jumpy just gonna Ice Beam here because of that? Yep. No reason to T-Wave. Just gotta put up the pressure now. And that's a tough Hydro Miss for Funk. Funk, not too lucky in this one. That Gengar could be a threat once the Regice is down, so yeah. Maybe you can fire off a Torrent Hydro now. Oh no, you just go for EQ and it crits, so that makes up for the Hydro Miss, I guess. But yeah, there's a decent shot. This is also Funk's only rock resist actually. So if Jumpy has something like a rock in the back, it's going to be troublesome. But in any case, Mixments already seem so threatening that Jumpy is still very much ahead, despite having 2 spikes on his side. Does he have a decent Gengar answer now? No. Skarmory just has to get sacked at this point, pretty much. Maybe Jumpy can get some initiative on this T-Bolt, but just decides to get up the second spike, and then we're gonna see what he punishes this Gengar with. Oh, actually he does go on into Claydol on the second T-Bolt, very nice. Now he threatens the Gengar with Psychic, and it can't really switch, cause... Oh, well, it does, I guess. It can't switch into Skarm, I guess, that's true. But, yeah, then Jumpy can spin. And it's gonna be a maximum of 1 layer. I like the Skarmory from Jumpy here, to be honest, because it nets him a 3rd layer, which would have been tough to get against such an offensive team. It's likely that he can only get the 3rd layer on Skarmory, and now, yeah, he can just go Mixed Mens, I guess. Well, I figured you'd just sack Skarmory here. And just click raw like that, yeah. It's Moltres last. I really like Moltres on the 6. I'm a big fan. But yeah, especially since it has revealed that it's HP Grass and not the rare HP Ice Salamence looks even more threatening than before. Like, every time that Funk gets a kill with anything but Gengar or Salamence just comes in and just wrecks house. And Jumpy also still has the opportunity to spin and has a decent Gengar answer with that doll. Oh wow, that's a pretty aggressive Fire Blast from Jumpy there. I guess it wasn't too risky because Moltres was at -2 after that overheat. And it doesn't matter too much on Gengar because it's the same damage as Dragon Claw. And yeah, now you can kill this Gengar with one single Psychic. Just safe going for that, you're so far ahead as Jumpy. Now you can just EQ. And this tower shouldn't kill even with HP bug at +1. So you eliminate that threat too. Is the Claydol in Ice Punch range now? I assume it is. And wow, yeah. I told you all before I expected something very, very good into a special offense, and we got Regice plus Snorlax. Alright, so yeah. That's definitely quite good into special offense. Good prep from Jumpy. Unfortunate Willow miss for Funk. And this one seems pretty over now. I guess, yeah, you just stay in and, yeah, Focus Punch is really nice here then. Toxic just does nothing. I think Jumpy was going to stay in there every single time because the only thing you can threaten the Snorlax with is actually with a Roar. Unless it's somehow Thick Fat Lax, which sucks. No, I'm just kidding. It's decent sometimes, but not on here. Definitely like a Toxic switch in with this kind of stuff. So yeah, since Roar was so obvious, Jumpy was definitely just gonna attack the Skarmory here. And now he's gonna get a second Focus Punch off, yeah. And now Claydol can spin for, not for free, but it can. It's not too necessary now anymore. And yeah, as I see it, Funk is just gonna lose to this Snorlax, but I mean, Mens can come into, that's perfectly fine. Both finish the game off nicely. Some bad luck for Funk in this one, but also a very, very nice plays from both. So, good win for Jumpy here. Let's jump into the second game. Let's switch the sides here for continuity. Another Mens lead for Jumpy here. And Regirock for Funk. Funk really likes Regirock. Yeah, we've discussed that a few times in private. And this threatens a T-Wave now, so Jumpy is very smart to go into Claydol here. Technically, if Funk's feeling, you know, a little bit crazy, he could also boom that turn 1. The only thing that Salamence can really threaten Regirock with is a Hydro Pump, and that's on the rare side. And even then, it doesn't like taking a T-Wave, so that was an awesome lead matchup for Funk. Reveals counter, but does not quite catch Jumpy on that EQ here. Jumpy probably tried to play around Boom actually and just went Rachi to potentially absorb the Boom. And it was also pretty safe because Funk wasn't going to click T-Wave there. And just goes back into Doll. And yeah, he's just refusing to click a physical move into this Regirock. In fact, he's not clicking a move into it anyway. Has revealed 5 Pokemon already. And now something gets paralyzed. Good T-Wave for Funk here. Jumpy just has to, you know, pick his poison at this point, because nothing appreciates this Regirock on his team, but he has to get it out of the way somehow. So yeah, is he just gonna get T-waved here? Yeah. And either a boom or some rock slides are coming down now. Yeah, it's just rock slide here. That's pretty safe for now. Let's let the hacks begin. Para flinches are strong in ADV. This could... Surf time! Oh, that's heat. That's nice. This... talking about Funk's team, this could be something like a physical offense. Or something with Snorlax, Suicune. Magneton is almost always paired with Regirock, for example. Could also be Salamence. That's pretty common. And in comes Meta, yeah. A lot of booms are usually nice together with the Regirock. A lot of booms, no spikes, and then you have like Suicune in the back. Speaking of Suicune, Jumpy takes this EQ pretty well. And is looking to get a rest off, yeah. To negate that Regirock's T-wave. Is Funk just gonna boom here? No, just fishes for some mash raises here. But this is a pretty dangerous game, yeah. I guess booming here is fine. And it wasn't too necessary to boom on the turn prior, so yeah. And there's the Snorlax, that just makes sense. It's gonna have to stare down this Mixmans and threatens it with a body slam. And Funk just decides to curse up because Mixmans also doesn't do that much with Break after a curse boost. And now Jumpy seems to be in a rough spot if a Fire Punch Jirachi is his best answer to Snorlax. Funk's EQ is doing 55. If this Rachi has protected, can get out of range, but there's also the chance that Funk predicts that and curses. Which would also work out on the switch here, perfectly fine, yeah. Resets that Intimidate. And now do you just return curse again or body slam? Curse again is fine. That T-Tower is paralyzed. So... it also has surf, so we don't even know if it's physical. It's probably some sort of pursuit tower, I assume. So how is Jumpy gonna play around this Snorlax? Gets another Intimidate off nicely on an EQ. Do you just Dragon Claw here at this point? Yeah, this Snorlax is absolutely getting out of hand. You just have to Dragon Claw it up. And now Funk's probably just gonna attack the Mens. Oh, it's it's lax, but it doesn't have a normal stab. Wow, it's probably a boom last then. Curse boom. So it's actually going to trade with this Mens, since Funk should boom here. Oh, he doesn't. No, but he just crits the Mens. That was unexpected. I expected Funk to just boom here, but to be fair, Jumpy could have also played around that. I don't think this is rest, is it? But in any case, the Snorlax is so slow it just gets outsped by a paralyzed Tita. That's funny. And Crouch just picks it off. Nice. There's the Suicune. That's very, very common on Regirock, as I said. And it's gonna start boosting here too. Is it just gonna fire off a Surf here? Yeah. Actually, wow, Raji's out of Surf for the +1 Surf 2-hit KO. So Funk's gonna be forced to rest here eventually. And then Jumpy can either go into Claydol and threaten it, although I assume this is going to be Rest Torkoon. Could be Ice Beam too though on this kind of team. Unless Jumpy has another last that deals with Coon, and I assume he does, because this team looks very, very Coon weak, to be honest. Can't even roar it out with your own one, because you're Crow Coon too. No, Claydol, your best answer? And yeah, that's Crow Coon, so that's very scary. Dodges this Surf though. That could have been game right there. And it's a fast stall. Yeah, he has to be fast on this, because Otherwise, he just loses to Kun, kinda. Even so, I don't think he just straight up loses. But yeah, Curse Lax is the best answer when Suicune is already Reflect Magneto. When Crow-kun is already so boosted up, of course. And Funk tries to play around the boom here, I think. Now the Salamence can take on the Snorlax, I guess, with some help from the Reflect. Okay, is it just... It's DD though, isn't it? So maybe it doesn't, to be honest. Yeah, no. Maybe just going Kun and forcing the boom was the play there, but then you lose to Jirachi probably with your Mens. I feel... Would you even die to boom behind Reflect? Maybe this is Bold Kun and it just wouldn't die. And since this is Curse here, it might also not be boom, but it's probably Curse boom, I'm assuming. Maybe it isn't with Pursuit Tower as support, to be honest. And Claydol Spin. Seems weaker to Skarmory if it isn't boom though. But yeah. Now the Lax is boosted just so high. I don't really see Funk winning this anymore. Yeah, the body slams are just coming down and Funk just has nothing to answer that. Maybe should have just stayed in with Kun. Yeah, you know, another chance to just get a Surf off. And maybe then you could have won with a crit on Jirachi with Mens perhaps. After a DD. And yeah, this Lax is just gonna beat the Mens at this point. Jumpy, being a nice guy, apologizes for the luck in game 1. Very, very gentleman behavior there. Was a fun set though. That Regirock revealed 5 out of 6 mons on Jumpy's team, which was kind of funny. Regirock is just so scary. Like, Funk's in so much control there because Jumpy just doesn't know when Funk's gonna pull the trigger. Was it fun though? The coach beat the player, alright? The trainee. Okay, I really enjoyed this one. Hope you all did too. Don't forget to donate if you haven't already, so that Turney gets even more hype. Thank you all so much and have a great day.